So when we were talking about Tied Down, Jess bought me a ticket for my birthday.
Oh, that's right. Your birthday is like in a few weeks.
Yeah.
February 7th.
Yeah.
Damn, I'm good. I pulled that right
Yeah,
up.
that's good. So I was like,
So you'll be
cool.
40, right?
Yeah. So that's otherwise I wouldn't I don't think.
You don't
Man,
think you would have made it?
I don't know. It's just that's a lot of fucking money.
I mean, it's 2 days though, so when you break it down day to day, it's not a lot.
Yeah. No, I know. The bands on it though, man, are like some shit I want to see.
I was surprised about saying Sugabog or however you pronounce it properly. I've heard it a couple different ways, but that kind of stood out as like they're like the odd man out. I was like, wow, they're like a grindcore, like death metal band, like not really a hardcore band. Not that there's, there's punk rock, there's hardcore, there's a mix of different things on there. I just haven't seen a like straight up death metal band on there. Like, HopeCon's got like a metal side to it and stuff, but I haven't seen like a
straight up hardcore, dude.
Yeah, but it's got a metal tinge to it. You know
what
I mean?
Yeah.
In the same way that All Out War.
I would say All Out War is fucking miles more metal than.
Yeah.
I think it's just the guitar tones and the riffs. When I think death metal, I think blast beats. Yeah. Immediately. HopeCon doesn't have any blast beats.
Yeah, but if I were to say just metal, I wouldn't immediately think blast beats. Death metal, yes. Just metal, no.
I guess so.
As dumb as that sounds, like.
No, I know what you're saying because in fact, there's a lot of metal that I don't. There's only a few bands that I actually really like blast beats in. When I think about it,
there's a lot of bands that have overdone it for sure.
That's what I'm saying. Like certain bands can with a double kicker fucking blast beat. It has, Does that make it? That makes it pretty fucking metal.
But aside from all that,
yeah. Anyway, I'm just getting fucking mad sidetracked.
No, I can see your like thought bubble above your head going up. Aside from that, who are you excited to see at Tied Down? Since you're going, I'm probably not gonna end up going. I don't think.
American Nightmare, for sure. Foundation, Judge, dude. Yeah, basically almost every fucking band on there. I'm looking at the list now.
I still haven't gotten to see Mind Force, so that would be like the immediate one that stood out to me.
Fiddlehead, definitely. Judge. And I'm just gonna name off ones that bands I haven't seen yet, I guess. Big Boy, I'm curious, but I'm kind of I want to see those guys live. They remind me when they're from the same area as like Tsunami and shit. Apex Predator, Trial, Combust. Oh, Crush Your Soul. That's what I was thinking of. Mind Force. So he's got me doing 2 sets. And I forgot, and we didn't talk about this, and I totally forgot about it till I saw somebody else mention it. They're like, who's the fucking secret set? I forgot all about it. And last year it was Tsunami, which was like, no offense to Tsunami, but it's not like they haven't played there at that time before. Like they played the year before, I guess, which I did not attend. But, so I'm kind of wondering who that might be.
Do they announce it beforehand, or is it just a surprise when you get there?
Shit.
Because I thought I seen Tsunami announced last year.
I know they were on the Tied Down 2 on the bill, and then last year they were the surprise band. But I don't think you knew till we were there, to be honest.
Gotcha. Maybe I'm just mixing it up with another year.
That's what I'm saying.
There's a lot of times where I've seen something and I'm like, oh, that was this year, but it was the next.
Because it was. Yeah, they kind of like did double. But anyway, Whispers, what else is on there? Oh, Face the Pain. They put out like one of my favorite demos this year. Or last year. It's 2025. Steamroll. I don't know. I haven't listened to them.
It would be cool to see them start adding more metal bands to things, like even if it's not Tied Down, like if they just start sort of another
like another fest. Definitely
that would be cool to see more metal band, especially like because you could get like Temple of Void on there, they're local. And speaking of them, they're supposed to be, or they're actually right now recording a new album. I don't know when it's coming out, I'm imagining this year, I would think. But I haven't read any more into that. I've seen some of the dudes posting about being in the studio right
Oh,
now.
right on. Oh, they're in the studio right now?
Yeah, like right as we're talking,
Oh,
like
all
right
right.
now. I think they
6
went
months,
to
maybe?
some studio. I can't remember where it was. Just brought this out of the top of my head. I wasn't
Yeah, yeah.
prepared to talk about it, but they like went and traveled to some studio just specifically to
Oh,
record the
that's
record.
cool. No, yeah, there's so much coming out as far as like
Yeah, have you seen anything announced for 2025 yet
I
or
didn't look at
teased that you're
yeah,
looking forward to?
I've seen a couple of teased things. And like a few represses teased. I thought there was going to be like a little break, in like right now in January cuz it usually slows down but
Uh,
people keep pumping fucking music out, man. It's crazy.
yeah, there's new music coming out, but as far as like physical releases go, the first like quarter, I don't want to say quite the first quarter because there's some stuff next month and the rest, but January at least like was pretty fucking dry for
Yeah.
releases, at least for the record store. Like, there was maybe I had to, I keep that whiteboard behind the counter with all the new releases on it,
Yeah.
and I had to like really work to fill it this
Oh,
month
to
because
put
it
shit
was
on it?
like it's like almost all random represses. There's like
Yeah.
maybe 4 new things notably that are coming out that I could sell here
And
at least.
from a marketing standpoint though, it makes sense. I mean, everybody's blew all their money on Christmas. If you're
Well,
trying to move
yeah,
records, you know what I'm
and
saying?
people don't want to release in January because come the end of the year, you're not going to remember it.
That too.
So there's a lot of people that hold off. And the shopping thing. Like,
Yep.
I mean, the first, I would say the first week after Christmas is pretty busy. Maybe the first two. But like now that we're at like towards the end of that second week, it's pretty fucking dead. And
Yeah.
it's also like 1 degree here right now.
Yeah,
So
dude, we're wearing so many fucking clothes. It's crazy. Yeah, it was 7.
when I woke up
when I
today, it
got
was
here.
4.
Yeah, dude, it's fucking cold.
And like the real feel and shit's 1. But
The real feel.
yeah,
Yeah, dude.
because of the wind and whatnot. But
Yeah.
so I seen a couple things like I know that are Pharaoh Monch's Internal Affairs 2 is supposed to come out. I can't remember if he called it External Affairs or if it's just Internal Affairs 2. I've seen it teased both ways, I think. That's supposed to be out sometime this year.
But there's not a release. That's just a tease.
Yeah, he had talked about it already, like prior to.
Yeah, I remember hearing about it last year, but then
I thought he said it was supposed to come in 2024, but I didn't see it, so I don't know. I'm assuming 2025. The new Majesty's record, I think, is supposed to come out this year. That hasn't been confirmed, but I know like the demos and shit are finished, so I would imagine coming soon. Apparently, Brother Ali and Ant are doing a record together,
oh, that's cool.
like Ant from
Yeah,
Atmosphere,
yeah.
for anybody that doesn't know that. So that'll be pretty cool. Rhymesayers also has their 30th anniversary this year, so I'm imagining there's going to be some really cool represses coming out for that, like hopefully Felt 1.
Yeah, dude, that'd be
Like,
cool.
that's the only one I'm missing
Me too.
throughout like all of the Felt stuff and pretty much all the Atmosphere albums too. Like that's the one missing link. So Rhymesayers, press that shit up. The new Dream Theater is pretty much the first thing coming out this year that's confirmed with a date that I'm looking forward to.
Gotcha.
And then as far as like albums coming up as pressing wise, like the new Kendrick got moved up to February 7th instead of like March 16th or whatever it was, which is cool because you almost never see
It
like
never goes that way.
yeah, it never goes like, oh, we're getting it
Before.
early. It's
Yeah,
always
no.
like, oh, it was supposed to come in January and now it's in April.
Trying to think of okay, Crossfire, the band that we interviewed. I pre-ordered their album, and I'm waiting to hear that. And I've listened to some of like the singles or whatever. But like Major Man, I haven't really looked too hard yet. Or like bigger like
major. I know Bruce Springsteen's coming out with a new
Oh yeah,
record,
fuck that. Oh,
but
like that Eric
not that I
Clapton
wanna.
fucking
Oh
dude.
yeah,
I don't know,
Bruce Springsteen, Eric Clapton, Ringo Starr,
dude. I know you don't like the boss, but I
and
fucking love the boss, but only up
Neil
to a
Young.
point. Neil Young, I'm done, dude. Sorry. Uh,
Yeah, I don't like Neil Young or Bruce, but
who else did you say?
Neil Young, Bruce
Oh yeah, and then
Springsteen,
Clapton,
Ringo
Ringo.
Starr,
Yeah,
Clapton.
yeah, not my bag, dude. Their heydays are like long over, you know.
I know, and I understand like being a musician and not wanting to hang it up, but like at the same time, I don't know. There comes a point where like if you're maybe to other people and to like themselves the music is good and resonates with them, but like if
But
I
you
hear an
gotta
old
know.
if I hear an old Bruce Springsteen song, I don't want to hear it, let alone hearing a song like significantly past
Right,
his
right.
prime. Same with Ringo Starr. Like the guy never did a good solo record, and
That can be argued. I'm not one to argue that statement though.
yeah,
I'm just saying
I know, but
because he's poor Ringo's criminally underrated, man.
I'm not a big Beatles guy to begin with,
No,
so
you were writing something on the table there earlier. I was like, geez, you're like fucking sixth grader, dude. Book this. It's funny.
oh yeah, where I scratched the Beatles suck into
Yeah,
the counter up front.
yeah.
There's a whole bunch of random doodles on that counter. We're gonna
Funny.
replace it at some point,
Yeah.
anyways. What's funny though is I wrote that, and it was like a random slow day, and I was just scribbling, and I didn't even mean to write that. I was just
Yeah.
drawing lines at first, and then
And then your
I'm like,
subconscious, I
I
hate
just
these
went with
fucking
it.
guys.
And then somebody comes in and buys like a $80 copy of the White Album like minutes
You're
after
like, I
that.
love the Beatles.
And I was like, oh, that's fucking cool, but
Hmm.
still, like,
I mean, I like the Beatles. I didn't like the Beatles when I was young because I was ignorant. And I'm not saying you're ignorant. I'm saying I was ignorant. But
what?
like, there's a lot. I mean,
I
there's
wasn't
so
taking
much.
it like
I
that, but
just
it's
mean there's
funny.
so much like when you really listen, you're like, fuck, man, everybody bit them.
No, they did.
You know?
And they are like, they're the highest selling thing in the world, but they're also like, they were the catalyst for like the marketing of music to like,
Oh yeah, yeah.
to just manipulate
It,
every like last drop of anything out of an artist
I
that they
agree.
could. And I think there's even some people that, I mean, how do you maintain being the biggest band in the world that long? It's marketing. Like, there's people that don't even know about the Beatles that are like pitched the Beatles. All these young kids that get into them, like, they subconsciously don't know that they're being like marketed to.
But those
Not that
melodies,
it is what it is, the melodies, the music, whatever. And that
and they
goes
broke
down to
up so
anything,
long
but
ago, dude.
yeah, but they're still being marketed like they're a band today. I mean, they're putting out AI songs and shit. Like,
That's fucked. Now that I don't, the AI thing, I don't agree with that.
with all the computer technology, they could have at least like made the guy sing better.
Right, right, right.
Like,
No, because it sounds like it's like a demo, right?
well, it's like they cleaned up like the tapes or
Okay.
whatever, and they used AI to clean up the
Yeah.
tapes to make them more coherent.
But didn't they have, I believe that didn't they have to like kind of stitch some of the shit together too?
Yeah, because I don't think it was finished.
See, that's where it's like, man, just like leave shit alone. And I'm not even a huge Beatles fan. Dude, those four together made whatever kind of fucking music, and it just, I don't know, it's fucking weird, man.
It worked. It worked, and we're gonna
Because I don't think they would work.
we're gonna work against ourselves on YouTube here. People are gonna be like, they're bashing the
Well,
Beatles.
but it's like, I mean, I'm not bashing, but fuck, man.
No, I'm not bashing. So I will
But all
say
they were
I
doing was
like.
copying fucking blues music originally anyway, which people don't remember when they want the White Album and all this psychedelic shit.
Yeah,
They were straight up covering Chuck Berry and shit, like,
yeah, that's what the Stones did too,
you know?
and tons of other people. But I don't know. I like Revolver, and that's about the only
That's
Beatles
the only
album
one
that
you
I
like?
really care for. There's like
Every one of
a
them
couple
has
songs
something
here
for
and
me.
there, like Sergeant Pepper. I like the "I Get By with a Little Help" song.
Strawberry Fields. I can't even say that shit. Strawberry Fields. I
Yeah.
hate that song.
I know you hate that song. I've heard that for a long time.
Sorry, but I fucking can't stand that shit. But every other Beatles song I'm cool with.
One day I'm gonna get you like a Strawberry Fields T-shirt
Yeah,
or
right.
something.
I have
Put a
one
banner
actually.
up behind you.
Or not, I
the
don't have a
back of it.
Strawberry Fields, I have a Sergeant Pepper.
Pepper's.
Yeah.
Big yellow submarine packed with
Yeah,
strawberries.
that whole era I was never really into, I don't think.
Yeah, I don't know. They never really clicked with me like that. I like the Stones,
And
but
yeah.
also only to a certain point.
And here's the thing, I didn't listen to the Beatles until I was older.
Yeah.
Like mid-20s, dude.
I've tried
like
throughout different eras of my life to try to
Yeah.
go back and appreciate it, and it just doesn't do it for me.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of times where I'll listen to an artist initially, and I'm like, it doesn't do anything for me now, but I'll go back to it later down the road, and then you end up liking it. Like, there's tons of shit that I've found that way. I didn't like Kendrick Lamar the first time I heard him.
No.
I didn't like him for like years, to be honest with you.
I don't have the newest album. I really like Damn.
Yeah, I like all his records. It just took
like
me
took
a
you a while
to like.
I was late to the Kendrick game, but once I listened to him, I was like, dude, this fucking dude's crazy.
Yeah, no, he writes phenomenally.
Yeah.
It's just it took a minute for me to get it. And it was the same with like Tyler the Creator was another one that I got into a little late that I didn't really I knew about him like early on. Didn't listen for a long time. Then I listened again and was like, wow, he's actually like really creative, different and unique. Not trying to be like sound like a carbon copy of everything else. Like he's got his own style. His own sound.
See, that's
and he produces and writes all of his
really
own shit, which is commendable because a lot of people don't do that.
I've only heard him in like guest spots with other people.
Yeah.
Same thing with. Well, no, I take that back. I didn't even say it, but J. Cole, I was gonna say that, but that's a lie because I know that I've heard him on the fucking famous album where he's sitting on the garage or whatever.
Oh,
Forest
2014 Forest Hills Drive.
Forest Hills, yeah.
The road next to my house is called Forest Hills Drive.
Oh, that's weird.
It's Richie as fuck looking too.
Is it?
It's weird because my neighborhood goes in like, there's 3 streets in a subdivision, and there's like mediocre, pretty nice, really fucking nice.
No, I've known people, and I'm not gonna say names or anything, that have lived in all 3 of those places, because I know what you're talking about. And the mediocre, you're being kind of nice, dude. Because there's some fucking real shitholes there, you know. Like at least fucking some years ago, it was like
most of them.
Because I'm like, how the fuck did you get over here? But then you're like, oh, you're over on this side.
Yeah, you're like, oh, you're on the other corner.
Like, but you're right. It's so close together. It's strange.
Yeah, it is weird because I mean, the Forest Hills Drive is nice as fuck.
There's a house that's like, I think it's a street over from your house, or it's around the corner. And a kid I grew up with, it was his dad's, and they had a fucking koi pond inside that shit. Now, that might not sound like anything now, but fuck, dude, 25 years ago, I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, you were looked at as being
I was like,
upper class.
Yeah, like,
you're like, damn, you got fish.
I'm thinking, like, what? Like, at the time, I'm like, why are you so angry, man? You know, like, but I didn't know shit was going on in the kid's life.
Right.
But yeah, fucking, that is a weird, I never thought about it like that till now.
But you got to get going here shortly. We got a couple minutes left.
Oh, yeah, I got to go to the chiropractor because I'm getting old.
Yeah, so I want to know some shit you've been listening to lately.
Oh, mostly, let me see, I ended up writing some shit down. So Bent Blue that came out last year, like you were just saying, like how some things you don't catch right away. Now that album I heard, and I was like, I like it. But then it was just one that got kind of pushed back a little. And then over the last, like, week, I'm like, damn, dude. So it's just really catchy. It has, like, those clean, like, almost turnstile-y vocal parts in some sections. But I don't mind it the way they do. It's not... that's not what I don't like about Turnstile though either. You know what I'm saying? The vocals. So, but it's pretty. I like it. You know, it's a catchy album. It's got good writing, and It's not like your typical hardcore, I guess, as you would think of like traditional hardcore or like the '90s. What's popular now with like the chugga chugga beat shit.
I read something on Threads like this morning or yesterday that Trustkill posted that was like, if you don't like hardcore now, you don't like hardcore, or something like that.
Well, that's some ignorant ass shit to say, but whatever.
I get both sides to that argument.
I guess. I mean,
but I
yeah,
don't
I
know.
mean, like what you're
That's
saying
like
is
saying if you don't like hip hop now, you don't like hip hop
ever.
Like
that's not right.
I don't know. Like you could literally say that for any genre, so I don't know. But there was a whole like fucking list of people
just
like
being
just like what the fuck, dude?
No,
Never thought I'd see a bogus ass comment from. And this is like quoting. You know, I don't say this shit, but this is what he said.
Yeah.
Never thought I'd see a bogus ass comment from Trustkill like this, but here we are. I was like, okay.
Well, to me, that's not. You know, that's the real.
I mean,
real thing.
It is what it is.
Exactly,
really
it is what it is.
like,
but I'm just saying, if people are out there being like, if it's not hardcore, this, that, the other, is really dumb to argue over.
It's the same thing as arguing like, no, this isn't death metal, it's fucking black metal.
Yeah.
Just fucking listen to it and shut up. One of the things that
I do like to argue
came
at some
out,
points like that, though. Sorry.
I do to a certain point, but eventually, I mean, at the end of the day, it really doesn't matter. Anyways,
no, it doesn't. Ty Ferris I was listening to lately because
which album?
I'm cataloging my records, and I have Fluorescent Mud on vinyl, and then that was because I was listening to the fucking Malice at the Palace one came up in like a mix on my Instagram, Spotify.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh yeah, I fucking have this album's fucking sick. So I listened to that. And then, but that was probably because of the Freddie Gibbs that I was hooked on for a couple of weeks. You know, I mean, you go through those little like spurts of shit.
I like the Freddie Gibbs. I listened to it
after, I love it, man.
After we did our best of episode. Yeah. And then Redman came out with Muddy Waters too. Like after we did that. I didn't think it was going to come out on fucking Christmas Eve. I was expecting it to be this year sometime. But that thing's fucking awesome. It's a ton of fun. It's like, he's got a song with like all New Jersey people on there. Like he got Queen Latifah on there. Heather B. Shaq's on a song. Snoop Dogg's on a song in there. Method Man. Like,
yeah, it's like,
and he brought back like some people from like the older albums, like DJ Say What and like shit like that, like from the skits on the earlier records. So that album's a lot of fun. I've been listening to that quite a bit. And then that Crip Sermon record, I kind of caught onto it late. Like I think it came out May. See, I probably caught it in October.
Yeah, and it's just on my list from.
Yeah, and I told you about it.
You just told me, so I caught it way later.
Yeah, but I kept seeing it on people's lists for metal albums of the year and stuff like that. So, and I remember that band when they came out with the album a couple of years back, but I never really listened to it. And then this one caused me to kind of go back and listen to the other stuff.
Yeah.
But Tanner from Majesties plays keyboards in it, so that's cool. And I don't know, outside of that, just I've been going through that E-Sound box set chronologically, so I just started at the beginning and I've been kicking one out every couple days or whatever.
That's dope. Yeah, because of my starting to tear my room apart too and like move shit, it's as far as actually spinning records, I've only spun, like I said, I did the judge comparison thing to see what the real difference was, and I'd be pissed too. I'd be like, we're fucking redoing this, man. The snare sound alone, dude, like I'll have to lend you the Chug King one, because you have the bringing me down, I think, don't you?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, so no, it's fucking hilarious, honestly. But other than that, it's like I'm moving everything around.
Yeah, I haven't been moving anything, but Cold Cave's another one I've been listening to quite a bit.
Yeah, that's good. I was listening to that actually more digitally, and by the time the fucking record, you know what I mean? By the time the record came, I knew like half the fucking songs already, like by heart.
Yeah, I hate when that happens.
I'm just like, dude. But no, that shit's good.
Yeah, I like that record a lot. I'm gonna pick up a copy for sure.
Fucking A.
And I'd like to get some from the store, but I'm trying to talk to a few people in advance to make sure they're not just gonna be like, "Who the fuck are they? Who's this band?"
Right.
But anyways, we'll wrap this up.
Oh yeah, I gotta go.
So you can go get your back cracked. So anyway, Happy New Year. Thanks for tuning in. We got some other shit coming up here pretty quickly, and we appreciate you guys and subscribe to us on all our shit.
Yeah, thanks a lot.